What every CEO doesn't know they don't know, but actually needs to know now. Your role as CEO is critical and unique to your organization in linking the outside to the inside, as Peter Drucker said. Your title identifies you as the most senior executive, who has the most power and authority within your organization. But as Voltaire said, with great power comes great responsibility. And in the case of every CEO, you should also know that with great power comes great dependence on others. The best CEOs aspire to create something more than there was before they became CEO, and to leave their organization in a better position than when they inherited it. It doesn't matter whether they're the CEO of a private enterprise or a public service organization, charity, joint venture, or strategic alliance. And it doesn't matter what phase of the corporate or industry life cycle they find themselves being CEO. The best CEOs also recognize that they have a responsibility to balance the interests of their competing stakeholders, the interests of their customers, employees, partners and suppliers, shareholders and debt holders, and to work for the best outcome of the broader community. To do so, the best CEOs establish and maintain what Peter Drucker called a valid theory of the business. To be valid, a theory of the business needs to meet 4 criteria. For a valid theory of the business, the assumptions about the organization's environment, mission, and core competencies must fit reality. For a valid theory of the business, the assumptions in all these areas must fit each other. For a valid theory of the business, the theory of the business must be known and understood throughout your organization. And for a valid theory for your business, it has to be tested regularly. Now, underlying the theory of a business is a process that every CEO needs to understand. The famed Swedish management consultant and researcher Richard Norman described it as the most crucial process that takes place in any organization. It's the process through which the dominating ideas arise, and by which they are changed and adapted to the prevailing situation. Now let's think about that for a moment. The process through which the dominating ideas arise, and by which they are changed and adapted to the prevailing situation. As a current or future CEO, do you have a handle on that process? If not, how do you think you can get a handle on it quickly? Is it something you could ask a business academic about? Well, of course you could ask, but don't expect a useful response. Is it something you could ask a top-tier management consultancy about? Well, again, of course you could ask, and this time you'd likely get an answer, but probably not the right one, together with a very large bill. The best CEOs recognize that this most crucial process is not just one process, but the interaction of several, which are the direct purview of the CEO of your organization, you. Now, CEOs come from diverse backgrounds with various mixtures of formal learning and education and learning from experience. As a current or future CEO of your organization, your own background might include some formal business education or none at all. But it doesn't matter what your educational background has been. What's important is how you're going to upgrade your current knowledge, skills, and attitudes. You see, the best CEOs recognize that they have blockages and gaps in their knowledge, skills, and attitudes. And as a result, they're always focused on extending and enhancing their knowledge, skills, and attitudes. But there are very few programs that offer effective assistance to CEOs in relation to performing their critical and unique role. Most programs directed at current and future CEOs fall down in providing them with a sound foundation for understanding their role, and provide flawed theory that doesn't reflect how organizations actually operate. In general, the content of those programs reflects the dominant organizational metaphors of machine and organism. These metaphors present a picture of organizations that is partial at best, and they tend to focus on the formal dimensions of an organization to the exclusion of the informal dimensions. The reality is that the informal or human dimensions of an organization actually determine how effective the formal dimensions can be, and not the other way around. CEO Online Academy provides a superior foundation than currently available elsewhere for those performing the critical and unique role of CEO. Its content focuses on providing superior insights to the challenges CEOs face, linked with management and organizational theories and practices that fit the real world, rather than the unrealistic theoretical constructs most business academics and consultants base their prescriptions and recommendations on. So when you're serious about becoming the best CEO you can be, you need to check out CEO Online Academy. Go to http://CEO-online.academy. Sign up for a free trial membership. Find out what you don't know and see if it makes sense to become a premium member. Don't hesitate any longer. It could be the most important thing you do. Sign up for a free trial membership today.